All right, brace yourself as you step outside today. We're expected to feel temperatures in the upper 90s at least. Coming up, Juliana is going to have your full start to your work week forecast and when you might see a bit of rain. Well, developing now, aid airdrops are finally reaching people in Gaza as more than 2 million people there face mass starvation. After major international pressure from the UN and world leaders to allow that aid in, Israel announced an ease on restrictions on aid over the weekend. The Israeli government said they will also pause attacks daily to open corridors for UN trucks to deliver food. At least 133 people have died from starvation.
As the push to release the Jeffrey Epstein files intensifies, House Speaker Mike Johnson weighed in on Meet the Press. He said he would defer to President Trump on whether he should pardon Epstein's co-conspirator Ghislaine Maxwell, but shared his opinion.
And, I think 20 years was a pittance. I think she should have a life sentence at least. I mean, think of all these unspeakable crimes. And as you noted earlier, probably 1,000 victims. I mean, it's hard to put into words how evil this was.
Maxwell is serving a 20-year sentence for sex trafficking. A senior administration official says the Justice Department did grant her limited immunity to answer 2 days of DOJ questions without risk of additional prosecution. The man accused of stabbing nearly a dozen people at a Michigan Walmart over the weekend could face terrorism charges. Bradford Geely is accused of leaving 11 people hurt after stabbing them with a folding knife on Saturday. Officials say he has a history of assault incidents and controlled substance violations. They say an armed person on scene stopped the suspect from committing more harm by confronting him. The motive behind the stabbings remains unclear.
Well, scary moment in the air for one Southwest Airlines flight traveling from Burbank, California to Las Vegas. Passengers say it suddenly felt like the plane was free-falling. According to the FAA, Southwest Airlines responded to 2 onboard alerts that another aircraft was in the area, and the flight had to quickly climb and descend. 2 flight attendants were treated for injuries. And we're hearing now from one of the passengers who had to evacuate an American Airlines flight in Denver after one of the plane's wheels flew off before takeoff.
So the plane, which was heading to Miami Saturday, never made it off the runway. Passengers and crew were seen evacuating the plane on emergency slides. One passenger says out of nowhere they heard a loud boom.
Evacuate. Oh my God, get me off the plane, get me off the plane. People started freaking out. They quickly took their seatbelts off. People were starting to stand up. And then the flight attendants came on the intercom and they were like, everyone needs to remain seated. But of course, people are freaking out, what is going on?
Well, everybody on board that plane managed to make it off safely. One passenger was taken to the hospital with a minor injury. 5:15 right now. This week, the Bulls are back to train as today marks the start of USF's 3rd season under head coach Alex Golesh. The Bulls will have 118 players at the Morisani Football Complex today. 54 of the players are new to the team. USF's season opener is set for Thursday, August 28th against Boise State. They'll play it at Raymond James Stadium. And a taste of the holidays is coming early to Publix. The Turkey Cranberry Holiday Pub Sub. It's back right now for a limited time.
Yeah, the sandwich stuffed with turkey breast, cranberry orange relish, bacon, and some smoked cheese. Publix did not say how long that sandwich would be sticking around. It does get you in the mood, though, for maybe some Thanksgiving or Christmas food, doesn't it?
Yeah, and maybe it makes you forget about all the heat that we are experiencing right now.
That's exactly where my mind went. I was like, whatever it takes, I guess, to get us out of, the rut of the heat and to think ahead to the holidays. For me, this is a big no. This is a big no.
The sandwich itself is?
The sandwich itself, the cranberry orange relish situation. I respect it. I respect people that like it, but not for me, not for me, and especially not with this heat. That is just a mix for me that I just can't imagine. Here's a look at the water vapor loop here, as well as our high pressure at the surface in the mid and upper levels of the atmosphere that is generating this heat dome setup. I bring water vapor imagery into the mix here because of what you see here. Some of the oranges, some of the browns in the mix. That dry air and kind of these small batches of dry air is part of what will support some stronger storms today that are possible. Dry air in the mid and upper levels helps to enhance a little bit of that instability, can enhance some stronger winds within strong storms, as well as frequent lightning. So that's something I'm keeping my eyes peeled for later today. We did see a handful of severe thunderstorm warnings yesterday. Wouldn't be surprised to see that again. But today is largely going to be focused on the heat across the area, with feels like temperatures in the triple digits yet again for majority of the day. Not only the entirety of the afternoon, but starting as early as the 10 o'clock hour throughout the later morning, continuing through the midday, peaking around the heat advisory calling for upwards of 112 degrees for a heat index. I do think some areas it's capable of seeing 115-degree heat index like we saw in downtown Tampa yesterday, and then that continues all the way through the evening hours. Take a look at future radar. I do think by the early mid-afternoon, a few areas of some showers and some storms will start to pop up 2-3 o'clock or so, and then continuing to become a little bit more scattered in nature through 5, 6, potentially 7 p.m. with, again, that reminder that a few strong storms are possible. Most of this winding down after sunset. If you are getting out into the Gulf to beat the heat, winds out of the east, eventually out of the northwest between about 5 to 10 knots, 1 to 2 foot wave heights, light chop in the bays. It's definitely a good day on the water all around. Quick reminder here, right now in the tropics, not expecting any tropical developments, which is the good news. As of right now, your 8-day forecast is the focus. 98 degrees in the forecast today. We keep up with the upper 90s through tomorrow. Dan?
All right, the heat is on. Make sure the AC is blasting in the car. Good morning, y'all. Thankfully, not much going on the road. Still dealing with the nice green map here in Hillsborough County. Not tracking any major backups, not even on our local roads. Now, if you're waking up down in southern Hillsborough County, that ride leaving areas like Ruskin headed toward Brandon and Riverview into Tampa, we're talking about a 15 to 20-minute ride on I-75. As far as I-4 goes, it is calm, it's quiet, accident-free. Not even dealing with construction, not here in Hillsborough County nor in the Polk County area. Leaving Polk County headed toward Plant City, it'll take you about 15 minutes to get to I-75. In total, almost a half-hour commute to get into downtown Tampa or portions of Ybor City. Here's a look at our map of Pinellas County. If you're going to be traveling across any bridge, about 10 minutes on the bridges itself, about 15-20 minutes across the Skyway Bridge. Good news though, things look really good on 275 through St. Pete. Back to you.
All right, thanks, Deanne. Well, just ahead, we're taking a look at some of the costumes spotted at MetroCon in Tampa over the weekend.
Plus, finding the best Adam Sandler doppelganger, what the winner of a look-alike contest took home.